cook something, everything, we wiped down everything, like it said, with a damp cloth, cleaned everything. Everything's nice and dry, and we are ready to go with all of our new toys. First thing we want to do is put our bowl on. You just kind of put it on there, set the bowl on, and then turn it and count and put it clockwise.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we got that on there. And we are going to be making cookies. So the paddle we're going to use is the paddle. Okay. This, to put it on, you're just going to slide it on. You'll see the little notch. You want to go, I need to put my hand up here, sorry. Okay, it's not going to go up right. Okay, there it is. There's a little notch in here. Okay, line it up with your notch here. Push up, turn it counterclockwise.
That was clockwise.
No, that was counterclockwise.
You turned it to the right.
I turned it this way.
Yes, clockwise.
Whatever. Okay, you'll see the notch. Don't listen to me.
Even she forgets
Look,
how clocks turn
it's
now
digital.
since they're digital.
Mine doesn't turn unless I move my arm. Anyway.
She's lost the old way.
It's on there, and it's locked on good and tight. The bowl is on there good and tight. The nice thing that I've noticed too is it's got on the, I don't know if I can turn it. The bottom, it's got the little grips. It seems to be grabbing the counter real nice. So I don't have to worry about it going across the way here. It's heavy, but it's not that heavy. Okay. Now, we have that all set up. One thing I did notice is that inside the pan here, there is 2 markings in here. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see them. Can you see it with the paddle on there?
I think so.
If not, we'll put a picture in there too. It just shows maximum level, and it shows this paddle. That's how high. You can't go any higher than that. And then there's a little lower down, it shows this one, the hook, the bread hook. And that one's way down here. So that one's way down there, and this one's way up here. So just so you know, you're not overfilling it. Okay. And we have decided we're going to cook some, it's from our recipe book. This is the second one they gave us. It's called the South Fulton Cookbook by the same company, K.K. Stevens Publishing Company in Astoria, Illinois. It's by the same company as our other yellow book. And this one is called Never Fail Sugar Cookies. This is Leanne Clannon from Astoria. Okay, sounds pretty easy. We're basically going to be using flour, baking soda, salt, sugar, cream of tartar, excuse me.
Tartar.
2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla,
Almost
and
like the Netflix thing. Tartar.
what some people really think makes the cookie, we're going to be using lard and some milk.
Okay. Lard.
Some lard. So we'll go over how much each one is as we put them in here. The first thing we're going to need to do is sift our dry ingredients into the bowl. So in order to sift it, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. You take it off the same way. You push up, give it a turn, bring it down. Okay. So we're going to sift our main ingredients into this bowl, our dry ingredients, and we'll go. First thing we're going to start sifting is 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, so that would be 3 cups of flour, let me read my recipe. A teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to add that right in there. A half a teaspoon of salt. Start sifting that in. All right. And then 1 cup of sugar.
I wonder how that would taste with the monk sugar,
Don't know.
so I could have some. Diabetes sucks.
Okay. And then our cream of tartar.
Tartar.
We did look this up because he was asking why, and so we asked, why do you do this? It says it makes your cookies softer.
Well, yeah, I just keep associating tartar with stuff you put on your fish sticks.
Yeah, this is not it. All right. So that is all of our dry ingredients in the bowl.
Some good patty.
Put it on. Lock it down. Put the paddle on. Make sure you line up the notch. All right, according to the recipe, probably on a low speed, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're not going to mix this. What we're going to do is we're going to put our lard in. So it says to cut that in. I probably shouldn't have put that down yet, should I? Because I don't think this is going to feed through there very well. So we're going to go ahead and put the lard in. I'm sure you could use butter if you want. I think that might make your cookies a little yellow colored though. Okay, well, we put our lard in the bowl and we're ready. You can use probably butter if you don't like lard, or you can use Crisco, which to me would be the same as lard.
No, because Crisco's
anyway,
a vegetable.
So here we go. We're going to turn this on and we're going to just start it out slow and mix it up till it cuts it all through the dry ingredients. So we'll start with one. Not too loud. Two. Get that out of it.
New appliance.
Isn't that great? And 3 is the speed that I read in a lot of the cookies to start it out. And I did make one mistake. These aren't drop cookies, these are rolled cookies. These are rolled.
How long are you supposed to do that?
I'm just cutting it through the mixture. I'm looking at the mixture right now. It's almost there. It doesn't take much. Think back when you did it by hand, you'd still be mixing it up. Looks like it's almost there. It's kind of stuck to the paddle, so I'm going to turn it off. You see it did, it got the backlight and everything lit up nicely. Okay. The lard kind of got stuck in the paddle a little bit. Okay. We're going to turn it on again just to get that lump. Nope. Lard went right back into the paddle.
You know, when you use lard and you really want it to turn out well, you're going to want to recite the Lord's Prayer.
Mm-hmm. Now it's on 6. Just to keep it out of the paddle. It seems to be sticking in the paddle on the slower speeds. So now it's making little balls in there. It's cutting into the...
I'm not going to be able to hear anything because the mic went right against the motor. So I don't know how well that's going to turn out.
So it looks like it's all cut in now. You can see that it's forming
Yeah.
in there. Okay, now we're going to start adding our wet ingredients. We're going to add our 2 eggs. Ugh. Sloppy break. Okay, 2 eggs. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. probably at about 3. We can slow it down now. We're going to start adding our wet ingredients. We're going to use our little spout, put our 2 eggs in. Okay, and then it calls for a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to turn it up a notch because it's starting to pull together there. And 3 tablespoons of milk. We're using 2%. Ooh, that's splattered. And we're just going to let it mix up. It looks like it's mixing in really good. It's much better. Look how nice and smooth that is and how quick. Probably doesn't seem that quick in the video. But it really didn't take that long. Just a couple of mixtures and you could have cookies. This one here says to roll the dough. But we're going to go ahead and just drop and press it on the sheet.
No, hopefully it won't be too thick.
All right. I'm going off. Off. I'm going to tip it up a little. See if it works. I'm just turning it up, try and get it out of the paddle. Oops, I'm hitting my fill shield. You can see that there's a lot of room left in there. We could have done a double batch if I wanted to, and it still wouldn't have filled it.
Probably should have used a rubber spatula.
Yep. All right. Okay, so we're going to take this off now.
All right.
Oh yeah, we'll be able to spoon it and crush it just as if it was being pressed.
Okay.
All right, what we're going to get now is a little bowl. I'm going to put some sugar in a bowl. Not a lot, just in the bottom, because when we put the cookies on the sheet, what we're going to do is we're going to take a cup, dip it in the sugar, and press the dough down. So these are supposed to be rolled cookies. So you can take this dough and put it in a ball, roll it on the cookie, roll it out, and make a cut cookie out of it. It looks pretty good. But we're going to do a little differently. You can use your hands if you want. I'm going to just make some little balls, put them on here. Try and get them as close to the same size as possible.
There's going to be some big cookies.
Big cookies, little cookies. Okay, I'm going to stick it into the batter that's in here just to get the bottom a little bit greasy so that when you stick it in the sugar, it gets some sugar stuck to the bottom. And then you're going to go over the cookie. And just press down. You don't have to press them clear through, just make them flat. I just put it on parchment paper. Something that you might, I don't know if anybody's ever said, when you're using parchment paper on a cookie sheet or anything, you probably want to put a light coating of non-stick spray under. It keeps the parchment paper in place. It's a tongue twister. In it goes, and let's see how long it says to cook them for. Wow. It says for 15 minutes. Let's try 12. Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, timer went off. We did extend it. We did cook them for the 15 minutes and they don't look too bad. Pretty good. We're going to move them over here and get them off the cookie sheet. I had a spatula here. Okay. We're going to put them right here on our little cooling rack.
Yep.
All right, and that was our first batch. It looks like that one will make, at least, 3, maybe 4 more trays. So roughly 4 to 5 dozen from this recipe, if you're making little round ones like this. I think if you're gonna roll it out and cut them, like I said, it's gonna depend on the size of your cookie cutter. So far I'm gonna let them cool a couple minutes and then we'll taste it and see how it is. But so far we haven't really put this through all its tests. I'm gonna have to find a bread recipe so that I can use the hook. And I'll have to make something with like a lemon meringue pie maybe, so I can make the meringue with it. See how this works. I do have a cookie in there we might try. It's called a whoopie cookie. And it has marshmallows, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm also gonna look up online and see about where to get the attachments, probably from the Cuisinart company.
Yeah, I saw them on the site.
They may have them during the Christmas time at the stores. You never know. You can get the meat grinder. There's the noodle maker. You can make noodles, fresh spaghetti noodles. So you mix up the stuff there and then put it through the stuff and you got fresh noodles. There's a lot of them out there, but I just don't know. I haven't looked into it. I'd have to look and find out what they are. But there's a lot of different attachments that you can put on the front. So overall, I'm fine with it. I did turn it to higher speeds to see how it did. It did very well. You could generally see the speeds change. As usual, like most appliances, I'm not too thrilled about the short cord, but I know it's a safety feature. It doesn't work in my kitchen because my plug is way down there on the floor. It's a very odd kitchen. But overall, I like it. It cut the time. It mixed everything very nicely. And it'll take a little getting used to what speed to set it on. I already cleaned it. It was easy to clean. Didn't take much at all. And looks like once I get the bowl cleaned, I'll be able to put it on there, maybe throw these right in the bowl and then store it on the shelf and everything will be stored in one place. So I won't have to go looking for it. Okay, let's see how the cookie did. Pick one out from the middle. This is our cookie. It's still hot, still warm. Looks like it's baked nicely. Bottom's not burnt. Yep. Nice and brown. Didn't burn. It is cooked all the way through.
Yeah, it's a sugar cookie.
It's soft. He's not allowed to have sugar, so I'm gonna give him a little bite.
Cookie.
I could have even put a little more sugar on the top.
Yeah, it's a sugar cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But if you wanted to, you can get colored sugars.
Cool.
And then you can you can dip it in colored sugar and put that on top.
All right. So overall, so far so good.
Overall, I think it's good.
Does it come with the comparable stuff that $400 KitchenAid comes with?
So far, yeah. The only thing they don't have, and I gotta look and see, is on the see if they have the paddle with the scraper.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Paddle with the scraper on it, so that when it goes, you don't have to. You know, other ingredients you may have to sit here and scrape the bowl.
That's a good idea.
But I'm not sure if Cuisinart has it. I know that
I'm sure they should.
The KitchenAid one does, but it just depends on what you want. I will say that the KitchenAid is a little heavier than this one.
How many speeds does it have?
really don't know. I don't think it has as many.
I'll have to look into it.
I don't remember. I hadn't used it in that long, but yeah, I think this one has more speeds, but sometimes it's not the speed, it's the quality. So, but so far, I like being able to adjust it like that, because it did get it when it was stuck in the paddle. It came right out if you just turned it up a little bit. So,
all right.
But overall, I think it's so far so good. It's great. I recommend it. If you can't afford to buy a big expensive one, this one is a lot less.
It's $179.99 on Costco online.
So if you can't afford to buy the big one, I think this is comparable. So, but we will do some more testing.
And thanks for watching.